Since Nintendo Switch 2 has dropped today, I wanted to take you back on the first Nintendo Switch. Now, I already talked about the system before. I want to go through the games. That's right, since the first Switch is almost coming to an end, I want to go through my Nintendo Switch games I own, and I'm actually trying something different on the channel. This is the first game collection video since I've never done one before. And today, I will be doing my Nintendo Switch game collection. We will be going in order from the first game up until the recent one. Kicking things off in the Switch game collection is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. This is the first Nintendo Switch game I started getting. I've done a whole video on Mario Kart 8 during the 10th anniversary, mainly both the Wii U and the Switch. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is a great game. I definitely want to try out the Booster Course Pass since I need to buy all the DLC, which I will get to that. But still a great game being ported. Can't wait for Mario Kart World. Next up is Super Mario Odyssey, a game that I already did a whole video back in 2022. I still stand by for what I said that Super Mario Odyssey is my favorite Nintendo Switch game, and it still is to this day. Mainly because I love Mario games and this one has some ideas flowing in there. I hope Nintendo makes a new 3D Mario game on the Switch 2 to improve more over Odyssey. Next is The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I bought it at the same time when I got Super Mario Odyssey and another game. This is another game I did a whole video on. As of now, this is like in my top 5 favorite Switch games and probably my favorite Zelda game on the Switch, which I know it's weird to say since I'm almost done with Tears of the Kingdom, but this game is more interesting. I don't know why though. Next is Splatoon 2. This game I also bought along with the other two I just mentioned. Yeah, it was post-Christmas money. And of course, this is another game I did a whole video on. I really do like Splatoon 2. It was taking something from the first game and elevated it more. And while it's not my favorite in the series, the first game was my own experience. And while Splatfest ended in the second game, you can still play online with players around the world. Still very fun. Also, I will beat the final boss in the single player mode someday. Next is Rocket League. Yes, I own Rocket League on Nintendo Switch. And the reason why is because my brother owned the game on PS4. And when this game got announced that it was coming to Nintendo Switch, I was excited. But yeah, I got it right when it came out. And more interestingly, there is a Ultimate Edition retail copy, but I own the normal collectors. As of now, Rocket League is free on the Nintendo Switch via eShop, which it is odd that I would own 2 different variants of Rocket League, a retail and a download. I do have Rocket League on PS4, then later transferred to PS5. Still a fun game, despite I'm not a diehard fan of sports. Next up is Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Yep, I do own a copy of this game because I thought the concept looked kinda interesting. Mario characters interacting with the Rabbid characters. It's a tactical strategy game similar to XCOM. I beat the game like 7 years ago and I remember liking it. I know this was the first tactical strategy game I ever played. Also, this is the copy I own because for the past couple years, Ubisoft has a version of Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle with the full game download. Yeah, I'm glad I got it quickly because I don't like download codes in retail games. Also, I don't own the sequel Sparks of Hope sadly, but one day I need to get that. Next is Sonic Mania Plus. Yep, I do own a physical copy of Sonic Mania. I do have a booklet in my room, but I'm merely showing the cover. You can even reverse the cover with a retro Sega Genesis style. That's pretty cool. I played this game a while back and it's a really good Sonic game. A good retro Sonic game, if you will. This and the other Sonic game are the only Sonic games I own on Nintendo Switch, and the only Sonic platformer on Nintendo Switch. I do own other Sonic games, but they're on PS4 and PS5. But hey, I can't leave Sonic behind in my collection. Next is Kirby Star Allies. I bought it along with Sonic Mania and another game I'll get to. Still a fun Kirby game. It does remind me of Return to Dreamland. I like the ability of by turning foes into friends. That's a cool feature. But is it my favorite out of the Kirby games? No, there's other games I like more. I will talk about the game at some point, maybe ranking every Kirby games. Next is Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. This game I bought it alongside Kirby and Sonic. Yeah, I own Crash Bandicoot on a Nintendo system. Shocking. But yeah, this was at a time when I didn't get a PS4, and I was this close to buying this game on PS4. When they got announced that the Crash Bandicoot trilogy is coming to the Switch, I got really excited. I did beat all 3 games in this series. The first one is pretty hard, the second game is great, and the third is my favorite in the series, and a bit of nostalgia. Maybe one day I would love to do a video review of all 3 games. We'll see. Next up is Super Mario Party, in which I do own all the Mario Party games on Nintendo Switch. I haven't played this one in years, but the game felt like an actual Mario Party game. After the disappointing 10th game in the series, Super Mario Party felt like a breath of fresh air. I will go back to this game because years ago they added online functionality, in which that's one I want in this series, is playing Mario Party online with people around the world. A fun game, but we'll play more at some point. Next is Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, the first mainline Pokemon game on a Nintendo Switch. I only owned Pokemon game during those times, and I got Eevee instead of Pikachu. This game is a good nostalgia of the classic Pokemon games. Like, yeah, these games were trying to be the gimmick of Pokemon Go, but I remember it being pretty fun, but it's not one of my favorite Pokemon games on the Switch. Next is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I got it during the end of 2018. But yeah, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is amazing. Probably my favorite out of the Super Smash Bros. Games. The only downside is I need to buy the DLC stuff in the game. I will get to them at some point before the next Super Smash Bros. Game ever comes out. Also, I will review this game at some point. Next up is Yoshi's Crafted World. Got it about less than a month since it came out. I haven't played the game since I beat the game, but I do like it. I like it more than Yoshi's Woolly World in terms of art style, level design, and collectibles. I even like the arts and crafts style, something different from the series. And while it is a good game, it's not going to top the classic Yoshi's Island game. One day I will rank the Yoshi games. Next is Super Mario Maker 2, a sequel to the first Super Mario Maker game. This is another game I haven't played in years, but I remember liking it more than the first game. It does have the online functionality of playing people's levels, in which I like doing that. And one thing I'm glad they put it in this game is the single player story mode. I'm thinking about adding this game along with the first game when I do a video review soon. I have very little to say, but the Super Mario Maker games are interesting. Next is Team Sonic Racing. I bought it alongside Super Mario Maker 2. This and Sonic Mania are the only Sonic games I have on the Switch. It's good, but it's nowhere near as great as other ones. I thought All Stars Racing Transform was a really good Sonic racing game. This one is fine, but it didn't leave me a huge impact. I can't wait for Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, by the way. Next is Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, a great remake of the classic game on Game Boy. Other than the gameplay, the art style is really good. It's more retro modern style with toy-like character designs. And while I never played the original Game Boy game, it is very faithful. It's not as high as Breath of the Wild, but I do really like the game. Next is Pokémon Sword. Got it at the end of 2019 alongside Zelda Link's Awakening. My opinions have changed a little bit since I beat the game a while back. I liked it a lot, but over time it got a little worse. But it's not as disappointing as like Ruby and Sapphire or something. I like that the game is almost an open world game. I like the gym battles, I like some of the Pokemon in there. Could have used more depth. And no, I haven't bought the DLC of the game, but one day I need to try it out. Next up is Ghostbusters the video game remastered. This was the first video game I bought on Amazon, and as you can see, this is the only Switch game that has a regional rating. Yeah, I bought that instead of the ESRB rating, but the game works on my Switch. I was really excited to play this game since I never played the original game on PS3. I beat the game 5 years ago, and yeah, it was great. Pretty hard game, but still worth it if you're a die-hard Ghostbusters fan like me. I'm thinking about doing a review at some point, maybe in 2029 perhaps. Next are the Disney games, Aladdin and the Lion King. It's a compilation of the classic games. I did beat Aladdin, Sega Genesis version, but I haven't beat the Lion King game. But yeah, this is the version I got. There's even a version of the same collection, but they added the Jungle Book into the mix, as well as the Super Nintendo version of Aladdin, which I wish this version had the Super Nintendo version, but hey, that's all I got. Next is Luigi's Mansion 3. It could have easily been called Luigi's Hotel Mansion. Get it? Because it's in a hotel? Okay, jokes aside, this game is pretty good. I like it more than Dark Moon, but it's nowhere near as great as the first game. But I do want Nintendo to keep doing these Luigi's Mansion series because they're separate from the Mario spin-off games and having Luigi more time to shine. Next is Animal Crossing New Horizons, a game that came out during the pandemic days. Yeah, the timing of the game release date. This is one of the games I did a whole video on in which I started the channel. I do like New Horizons, but it's hard to choose which Animal Crossing game I like more, this or New Leaf, because I played New Leaf way more than New Horizons. I will get back to the game at some point, especially the DLC, Happy Home Paradise. Next is Super Mario 3D All-Stars. I actually bought this game the day it came out, because this game was there for a limited time. It was only limited until 2021, but sadly, I don't think you can find it as of today. When this got announced, I was excited, mainly just to play Super Mario 64 for the first time, and to play Super Mario Sunshine again, because I haven't played that game in so long. I beat both of those games, and I did beat Super Mario Galaxy again, because I own the Wii version. Still a good collector's item. Next up is new Pokemon Snap. I bought it back in 2021, and I didn't actually play as much as I thought. I love Pokemon, and I love taking pictures, but I need to play more soon, along with the first Pokemon Snap game on the Switch Online. Next is Mario Golf Super Rush, and no joke, this is the only Mario Sports game on the Nintendo Switch. I do not own Mario Tennis Aces, nor Mario Strikers Battle League. I've heard mixed reviews of this game. I remember liking it fine. There's some good modes in golf. I remember one time playing it with one of my cousins. This is another game I will get back to at some point. Next is Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD, a remaster of the Wii game. I never owned the Wii version of the game, but it was good for Nintendo to do another 3D Zelda game remake. I did beat the game back in summer of 2022, and it's still good, but it's not my favorite out of the bunch. I think the final boss is too hard, the motion controls on the Switch is hard to use, but I just went with standard controls without the motion. Good game overall. Next is Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, in which I did a whole video on that review. Everyone says it's the worst Pokemon remake game, and while it is the weakest, I don't necessarily hate this game. It's just a game I won't be revisiting anytime. It exists. That's literally about it. Pokemon Platinum, a third game of that installment, was far better compared to the remakes. And here's Pokemon Legends Arceus, in which it is a lot better than Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. In fact, it's actually my favorite Pokemon game on the Switch. This is another game I did a whole review of the game. But yeah, this game totally feels like a different Pokemon game in the mainline series. And when Pokemon Legends ZA is just around the corner, these Legends series might be interesting, to say the least. Really great Pokemon game on the Switch. When we're not done with the Pokemon games, here's Pokemon Violet, in which it's not up there with Legends Arceus, but it's still a good Pokemon game. This is another one I did a whole video review on. In fact, I think I like this one more than Pokemon Sword and Shield. And while it has technical problems, I still like the open world game and the features in it. Also, like Sword and Shield, I will get the DLC at some point. Next up is Splatoon 3, in which I bought along with Pokemon Violet. I did play the online of the game, but I didn't play much of it. In the single player mode, I will get to it to see if it's good compared to the other two. And this has DLC, which I will have to get at some point. So many Nintendo Switch games have DLC in it that I need to buy. Next is Kirby and the Forgotten Land, a game that I didn't get until a year after it came out, but I couldn't leave a Kirby game behind. I beat the game a couple years ago, and I really liked it more than Star Allies. It's more of a 3D Kirby game. I love the ability of Kirby swallowing objects like a car or a traffic cone. This is one game I really should have done a video review on, but maybe one day I will do it for the ranking Kirby games. And also, this game is getting a Nintendo Switch 2 edition. Gosh, I hope the story campaign in it looks fun. Great Kirby game overall. Next is Nintendo Switch Sports, a game that I had to get on the system. The game is similar to the Wii Sports series, and if you know, I like the Wii Sports series. And while it does exist because of the theme, it is fun overall. It's not one of those games I will play a lot, but there's some replay value. They recently added golf and basketball in the game, so I need to play more of this game. Next is Mario Party Superstars. Now, this took me forever to buy this game because it was there in 2021, and it took me 2 years to buy this game. About time. But for the game, I actually quite like it. I like it more than Super Mario Party, and even paying homage to the classic Mario Party games. I did play online of the game, and it's still fun. Definitely recommend it. Next is Super Mario Bros. Wonder, a game that's also one of my favorite Nintendo Switch games. Another one I did a whole video review. The game is totally a new change from the previous 2D Mario games. It's new, it's wacky, and it's a fun platforming Mario game. What else can I say? Next is Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, in which I am currently playing this game, and I'm about nearly done with the game, in which I promise I will do a video review by late summer. So far, I'm enjoying it, but is it better than Breath of the Wild? I'll get to that at some point. Next up is Super Mario RPG, a remake of the classic game on the Super Nintendo. Yeah, why did I get this on the Switch when I already own the Super Nintendo game on the Classic Edition system? Well, I wanted to try the game out, and yeah, it's a really good RPG Mario game. Next year, I will be doing a review of the game for both the Super Nintendo and the Switch version, and see the comparison between them. Next is Super Mario Party Jamboree. I bought it early this year, played the game twice, and still very good. I will play more of the game soon and see how good it is compared to the other Mario Party games on Switch. Next is Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. So far, I haven't started playing the game. Once I finish up Tears of the Kingdom, Echoes of Wisdom will be the next game I will play. I will play it this summer, and maybe I'll beat it next year, depending how long it will last. And my final Nintendo Switch game in my collection is Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door Remake. So far, this is the only Paper Mario game I have on Switch. I don't have Origami King. This is another one I haven't started playing, but after I beat Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, I'll jump right into in this game. And that's all the Nintendo Switch games I own. I have 38 Nintendo Switch games in my collection. I know there's over thousands of games, but this is what I got in physical copies. That is all for my Nintendo Switch game collection. Let me know if you guys want me to do more game collections, because these could be interesting videos in the future, but there will be coming your way. Also, if you got the Nintendo Switch 2, let me know what you think of the system. Are you enjoying it? Are you saving it in the future? Is it better than the first Switch? Let me know. I will see you all in the next one, folks. Goodbye for now.